I used to think he followed me because he needed me. Every morning, every small routine, every quiet walk through the house, he was there. Not loud, not demanding, just there, 2 steps behind me, always. At first, I didn't question it. Dogs follow people. That's just what they do, right? Loyalty, habit, maybe even dependence. That's what I told myself. But the truth was, I didn't understand it yet. Because it wasn't about where I was going. It was about how I was feeling. He noticed things before I ever said them out loud, before I even fully understood them myself. The way I moved slower some days, the way I sighed without realizing it, the way silence lingered a little longer than usual. He picked up on all of it, and without hesitation, he came closer. Not to fix anything, not to change anything, just to be there. I remember when he was small, so small he could barely keep up, his paws too big for his body, his steps clumsy, uncertain. But even then, he followed me, from room to room, from moment to moment, like something inside him already knew, this is where I belong. I didn't teach him that. I didn't train him to care like that. It wasn't obedience. It was something deeper, something simple and honest. Love, without conditions. There were days I didn't deserve it, days I was distracted, busy, tired, days I barely noticed him following me. But he noticed me, always. He waited outside doors, not because he had to, but because being separated, even for a moment, just didn't make sense to him. He didn't understand distance like we do. He understood connection. And when life was good, he was there for that too. The laughter, the small wins, the ordinary days that didn't seem important at the time. He watched all of it like it mattered, because to him, it did. Time has a quiet way of moving forward. You don't notice it at first, not really. It's in the small things, the way routines settle in, the way moments repeat, the way something that once felt new becomes part of your everyday life. And then, one day, you realize things are changing, slowly, almost too quietly to catch. His steps weren't as quick anymore. The distance between us sometimes grew just a little wider. Not because he wanted it to, but because his body couldn't keep up the same way. But he still followed, even when it was harder, even when it took more effort, even when I slowed down, just so he wouldn't have to rush. We met in the middle. That's what love does. There's a moment you don't expect, a moment when it all becomes clear, when you realize they were never just part of your life. They were the part that made everything else feel steady, safe. And then there's the silence, a kind of silence that feels different, heavier, louder somehow. No footsteps behind you, no quiet presence in the room, no one waiting outside the door, just space, empty space where something irreplaceable used to be. You move through the house differently. You listen for things that aren't there anymore. You catch yourself turning around, expecting to see him, and for a split second, you almost do. That's when it hits you. Not all at once, but in waves. Grief is just love with nowhere to go. But here's the thing. Love doesn't actually disappear. It doesn't leave just because someone does. It changes. It settles into the quiet places, into memory, into habit, into the way you still pause, as if they're right behind you. And slowly, without you realizing it, life starts moving again. Not the same, never the same, but still moving. You laugh again. You breathe a little easier. You carry the weight, but it doesn't crush you anymore. It becomes part of you. And then, one day, something unexpected happens. You feel it, that presence again. Not identical, not a replacement, but familiar. 2 steps behind you. You turn around, and there it is. A new beginning. Different eyes, different energy, but the same quiet understanding. The same choice to stay close, to follow. Not because they have to, but because they want to. And that's when you finally understand. After everything, after the love, the loss, the silence, and the return, he never followed me because he needed me. He followed me because I needed him. And somehow, from the very beginning, through every moment, through everything, he knew it long before I did.